Today on Run Disney Daily, we're going to bring you the top 5 tips, according to Run Disney Daily, for registering for that Run Disney race.
We're here to talk to you about the top 5 things that you can prepare for so you are all set to get that race you've been wanting to do.
All right, so let's talk about the top 5 Run Disney race registration tips. Kristen, what's number 5?
Perhaps you don't want the stress of logging in, making sure that you get on and are ready to go, and maybe you have to work or have other responsibilities. You just don't want the stress of it. So there's an option for you. You can register through a travel agent or a charity, and they have packages that include hotel stays. They have the race registration included and park tickets many times. And so if you're registering with a charity, you can get those packages, which include those things. Of course, there's money raising to be done. Also, the travel agents have packages, and there's no money raising. You're just simply booking a package before registration goes on sale to the general public. And you can just sit back and relax, and you have nothing to worry about with the masses of people on registration day.
So what you're telling me is that there are travel agents who have reserved race registration, so all you have to do is contact them, book everything all together, and make it simple.
It's so easy. Yes. So perhaps you can't just buy a single bib, though. If you are going through a travel agent, for example, they have packages. So one thing to remember is that travel agent is there to sell you a whole group of things. You can't just go to them and say, I just want this half marathon or this 5K. So, but if you're traveling from out of town, that's a great option. So they take care of it all for you in one bundle.
So coming up next, our number 4 tip for race registration for Run Disney is an actual tip for registration day. Now, make sure that when you're registering for your Run Disney race, use a regular PC computer, I think is best. And here's the key. Try with multiple browsers. So use your Chrome, your Internet Explorer. Multiple browsers will help you. If you open those windows up at the same time and try to use multiple browsers, perhaps you can't get in the queue using Chrome, but maybe using Internet Explorer, you might be able to get into that race queue.
That's right, Adam. I have had much success having different browsers because occasionally I feel like my internet is better on certain browsers than others.
And different things like cookies and other, different IT things in your computer that you don't realize can make a difference for you being able to get into that queue on registration morning and to be able to get that 5K that you want.
That's right. One thing to add too is that gone are the days where you are just constantly refreshing. If you haven't registered before, they are very similar to a lot of websites for other sporting events where you go into a virtual line. And so I don't have insight to Disney's particular apps, but the virtual line has been great, but I still find that having multiple browsers in the queue on the virtual line helps. Number 3 tip that I have for you today is make sure your Disney account is good to go. If you have that all set up in advance, I already have one, it's set up, it remembers me, it knows my information. You can quickly get through registration without having to type in every little thing and set that up.
So what you're telling me is that you can register for your Run Disney account early, so that your information is already stored. So on registration day, you're just clicking through it.
Yes. And so if you're not sure if you have a Disney account or not, when you go to the Run Disney website, just go to Help in the little drop down, and then you click Manage Account. And that will take you to the Disney account, and it will tell you you have one or you don't, or maybe you forgot your password. Don't stress, or have that all ready to go. Make sure your password, everything is set up and tested.
On race registration morning, you don't want to be stuck in not getting your races because you don't remember your password or your credit card information isn't stored. So plan ahead.
Yes. And this is mainly for these races that are hot, because it could be a real hard race to get into because it is a anniversary year, or maybe it's just a special theme. For example, the Wine and Dine race that's coming up in 2020 is villains. And Disney has had villains in their races in a long time. So that was pretty exciting. It normally sells out anyway, but that's pretty exciting.
It'll sell out super quick. But then you've got races like the marathon that won't sell out quickly, or Dopey that probably won't sell out quickly. So what you need to keep in mind is that Disney is going to sell those races out much quicker that are the 5 and the 10Ks. So if that's what you're looking for, go for those first.
Yes.
All right, Kristen, we've made it now to number 2 of our Run Disney Race Registration Day tips. And number 2 is make sure you go for the race that you really want first. If you're really wanting to run that 5K, make sure you register for that one first. It's going to sell out very fast. Or if you want the half marathon, get it first and then worry about getting the other races that you're not so concerned about. Because these races are going to sell out so quickly, you want to make sure at least that you get that one favorite that you really, really want.
Most definitely, because there's times where you want to do a race and it's exciting to add, but it's not what you're coming to Orlando and to Disney for. So go ahead, get that registered first and on your cart and saved for you, and then add in other things. Maybe you want to get your friends together and you're still texting them. Should we or should we not? No, register what you're coming for first and then get in the other things that are kind of the extra to have.
All right, we've made it to our number 1 tip for Run Disney Race Day registration. What is it, Kristen?
Get on early.
Get on early. So if registration for Run Disney, say marathon weekend, opens up at noon, you need to be there at 11:30, ready to go. Sometimes, we can't say this officially, but sometimes they open up the queue early. So 15 minutes or 20 minutes before, or if you, even 5 minutes before, if you can start hitting that button to get into that race queue, being early and using a PC and not a smartphone, if you can, is a way better option.
I agree. I commonly get on, usually it's about 20 minutes before. 30 minutes is pretty ambitious. You won't get in the in the virtual line that early. But I get in because I refresh it, and I can't tell you how many times it puts me in the virtual line and I'll note, oh my, it's been 10 minutes early or 5 minutes early. And sometimes that can make the difference between getting something and getting in there quickly, because it is not uncommon for certain races. Princess Half almost every year is gone in minutes sometimes, and by minutes I mean like the first 20 minutes, sometimes within the first hour, because of people. There's a processing time. Don't stress if you log on at 1 or 2 minutes after and you're in the line. Once you're registering and you have something in a cart, it gives you the countdown at the top to tell you you have this much time till it expires. So that's why it doesn't look like it's sold out right away, because people have it in their cart.
But don't be naive that you're going to be able to show up at 1 or 2 o'clock on race registration day and get the race you want. You may have already missed it.
And we've had that happen.
We've been there.
Yep.
All right, we have a couple of extra added bonus tips for race registration. And the first one is, not a lot of people know this, but you can actually register for open Run Disney races at an expo. So, as an example, while we were at the 2019 Wine and Dine Expo, we actually registered for the Star Wars half, which is something that not a lot of people know you can do. But if you go to register right there at the expo, you save a little bit of money on the race, and they threw in a cool Run Disney backpack for free, which is something Disney never does. No. So not only did we get a small discount on the registration for the Star Wars half, but we also got a free really cool backpack. Now, this is only available if there's still registration space available for these races. But if there is, and you stop by at the expo, bam, you just saved yourself some money and you got some free swag as well.
Now, there's been a lot of speculation, a little bit of arguments on social media about Club Run Disney. It is brand new this year, something that Run Disney's promoting. And however you feel about it, we're going to explain a little bit of it here in this video. It might be a good option for you if you, again, want to take away some stress and you want to guarantee yourself in some spots. That doesn't mean that the guaranteed spots means you don't pay. This membership, you pay to be a member, which gives you benefits that I'll explain. So there is Club Run Disney Platinum, which is the top tier. And I think of the things that they offer, the one thing that stood out to me was you get corral placement choice.
Wow, okay.
It's not cheap. It is not cheap to be a platinum member of Club Run Disney. So
you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah. And of course, with each of these Run Disney Club Run Disney levels, again, is included a guaranteed admission that you can pay. So we'll say you really, really want to do the Wine and Dine race and it is sold out, and you've said, oh, I forgot to register. Guess what? I'm a member of Club Run Disney. They have to give me a registration at the cost of the race. So,
and you get a jacket too.
Yes, and you get a special Club Run Disney member jacket. So that's all included. So I thought that for the platinum tier was interesting to me.
If money is not an option, I mean, if money is just not, not a problem for you, then that's the way to go.
Yeah, they even have, for the platinum members, you get a special skip the line at the expo and Club Run Disney area for you if you're a platinum member.
So it's a total VIP Run Disney experience.
Correct.
We are not partaking in this.
No. It sounds fantastic. But,
it does.
But yeah, so for smaller fees, you can go the gold level, which doesn't have the corral placement, but you still get all the other perks of being in the membership. And then you have your silver level, which is a basic membership. Again, each level allows you that easy registration, which is what we're talking about in the video today. So there are additional things. You can look it up on rundisney.com and check out the prices if that's something that you want to do, something that you're interested in. That's another way to kind of take the stress out of registration and get the race that you're looking for.
Well, that wraps up our look at Run Disney registration tips. We hope that we've given you some okay insight onto how to register for that Run Disney race that you're really interested in. If you are looking for some more information or have some questions, feel free to comment below, or you can also visit the Run Disney website as well. But we would love to answer any questions in the comments as well. So thank you for watching, and we've got to go run.
Time to run.